Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, January 18th. So yesterday's video brought up several things that I want to talk about today. First one being Tarot by Janine has a Telegram channel now, and she has been posting a lot of stuff on it. I think she may have, I don't know for sure, maybe started to abandon Twitter and posting some of her goodies on Telegram. And one of the things that she posted, she's got two YouTube channels. One is Tarot by Janine, and one is Sending Ravens by Tarot by Janine, or something like that. And she had posted a video over the weekend or yesterday that got a strike on the Sending Ravens channel and got pulled off. And so she was talking about that on Telegram and ended up posting that video on Telegram from her telephone. So if you want to see what it was that they took down, I have posted that video on my Telegram channel, which is Soul Purpose Insights. And it's literally, it's like her recording a diffuser and listening to a guy talk in the background about some stuff. And it was, when you listen to it, it sounds like, it literally sounds like wartime, like a message coming through the radio, like wartime thing. So it was interesting, but I do believe she's probably going to start posting some of those things that will get her in trouble on Telegram now that she has discovered this, because she's not been on there for very, very long. So anyway, I want to point you in that direction if you're curious and want to see some of the stuff that she would not be able to talk about. The other one thing I want to talk about is yesterday I discussed the potential of the fairies or the moths that were flying around in front of my office last week. Still don't know what they were, but I remembered this morning, I forgot, probably 15 years ago or so, when I sold real estate, I walked out of one of my office buildings and there were probably 100 to 150 butterflies hanging around inside the door and up under the eave and everything. And it was as if a butterfly batch had hatched up in this area. They weren't flying around all over the place. It was like literally right there. And I got a message later from a psychic that I had gone to back in the day that my mom took credit for that. So anything is possible when it comes to birds, bees, animals, weird, strange things that we cannot explain, that that potentially comes from the spirit realm, our family members sending us those messages. And we can't discount anything. I know a lot of people would probably watch that message yesterday and they were like going, it had to be moths, it had to be moths. Well, yes, it could have been moths, but how did they all get there? That was the weird thing. It was, why were they hanging out at my office? And why did they all disappear when I walked up to the window? That was the thing. It was just so weird. Anyway, enough about that. My understanding is, and I need your help to tell me if I'm right or wrong. This is my understanding of why some people can see things like fairies or Sasquatch or whatever, that they are in a different dimension. And as you rise in vibrations, as some of the veils, as we start to awaken, we have the ability to see those things where other people might not. And somebody described it like this one time, that it's kind of like a fan blade. When a fan blade is going so fast, it actually looks like it's going backwards. Same thing with the car wheel. It's like going so fast, it looks like it's going backwards. But when it actually slows down, it's going the other way. And it's similar to that, like in a hummingbird wing, going so fast you can't even see their wings. So I think that's probably where some of the elementals come in, is as we rise in vibrations and our veils get lifted, that's how they can come out and show themselves. If you know something different, let me know what your belief is. I am curious about that because when I was out with my girlfriends yesterday, one of them had to pick me up because my truck was in the shop still again. And I was telling her about the video I did and about the moth, fairy, whatever those things were that were flying around my window last week, and trying to figure out what they were. And she says, well, I would think fairies would have a different agenda than just flying around your office. And I said, very seriously, because I was like, well, what do you know about the fairy realm? I'm thinking she's going to tell me she watched a video last week or she's done some deep dive into the fairy realm. And she goes, well, nothing. And we kind of busted out laughing. I was like, well, then how do you know a fairy has an agenda? So it was funny, but I am curious, what exactly is the purpose of a fairy? If we are all rising and our vibrations are rising, our eyes are truly opening, the veils are coming off, and we're going to start seeing and feeling and living in higher dimensions, do they have a purpose? I mean, like, I'm legitimately asking that question. So that's on that. I want to talk about that or ask you guys about that. And oh gosh, it seemed like there were a couple of other things. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh crap. Now I can't remember what they were. Oh well, if I remember, I'll do another video some other time. So anyway, that's the main thing I want to know is, what does a fairy have? I mean, what is their agenda? What is their purpose? What is an elemental's purpose in life? And oh darn it, I'm so aggravated because I know I had something else that I wanted to talk to. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Sorry.